quick alter a couple times in this series while chasing, so the scoreboard pressure is there. They'll need to get off to a good start, not lose too many wickets in the power play. Brandon King has been struggling, not opening tonight, so there'll be a change in personnel at the top of the order. West Indies, and just a little bit of last minute instructions for his top of the order. Mentioned before, his sensational century on debut in one-day internationals against this opposition, and Alec Athanaze has shown quite a lot of promise at the top of the order. Can he continue in that rich vein? But it's all a learning curve for many of these players who are still in the infancy of their international careers. And what you want is to demonstrate that learning and that growth and development. The end result will usually take care of itself.
It's learning curve, as you mentioned, but they've also something in the back of their mind is that the World Cup is not too far away. That's where with performances which will catch the eyes of the selectors for both teams, they'll be looking at what they are producing and really something to work for, something to look forward to for players, the youngsters particularly from both the teams. Well, West Indies will want to get off to a good start. There will be scoreboard pressure. The required run rate 7.6 at the start of the innings. And young man Amir Jangu, you mentioned, that is Alec Athanaze into his 9th innings. 250s can be quite solid up front with 135 strike rate. And there is Amir Jangu, 109 runs, just alone 50. Fledgling T20 international career, and the point to prove here.
Yeah, those previous 3 matches coming in that series against Nepal, prior to this one from the West Indian standpoint, Mehidy Hasan, who was so good in that series in the West Indies in St. Vincent late last year, will open the bowling.
Very adept at taking early wickets, and that's what the Bangladesh skipper and his teammate will be hoping for. Just keep the batters tied down, get early breakthroughs to put the pressure on. Wicket through the air. They'll tuck away comfortably enough to get West Indies underway.
Yeah, Mehidy Hasan won the Player of the Series award in that aforementioned 3-match T20 International Series. He picked up 8 wickets. He scored 37 runs. He hasn't featured in the playing 11 since then. Imagine that. So in those conditions, he was frugal, picked up wickets, won the Player of the Series award. Can he pull one back for Bangladesh at home?
Drifting down leg side. Just a shout more in hope than any conviction from the keepers. It goes right now, not turning back enough to strike him in front. Good ball, had him in 2 minds. Then a little bit of a length which seemed to be tad short. Just stuck to his crease.
And the subtle variations both in pace and line and length. Very skillful, Mehidy.
Then he zips it through. That's angled up. And big appeal once again. He's done a good job. He's kept it tight.
Yeah, Litton thought it was over, but it's not. There's still 1 delivery remaining. They're just angling down. Needs to finish the over strongly, though.
Oh, he thought of really giving it a wallop. Has to check the ball straightened and get a single. 2 from the first over. 34 is Zalik Athanas's what can he do for the West Indian team? A couple others, experienced one in particular, Robman Powell and Jason Holder, who've got a better strike rate. But that's for later. For the moment, it's pace on for the West Indies in the form of Shariful Islam. Taken 60 wickets so far in his T20 international career. What happened there? He dropped it. Liton Kumar Das coming across in front of the slip fielder. Maybe would have been easier to let it go through the two slips. He's dropped it.
Yeah, and history seemed to be repeating itself. We saw that in the first over in the last match. Good delivery, edge, thought about going, and then pulled out. And that affected the slip fielder. If you're going, go. If you're not, don't move. Yeah, so an opportunity goes a begging, not what they wanted. Shariful is livid.
And there it goes again. It's edged him, but it's third man into play. Nasir Ahmed comes across quickly. He's living dangerously. Shariful Islam is inducing the edges. Well, it's worth another look at the drop catch. He's very tentative and he's poking at that one. You can see the captain and the keeper, Liton, just moving across, seemingly trying to go for that catch. At the last moment, he backs away. By that time, it's too late. Saif is unsighted. He's not unsure of the height. It's going to be always difficult.
Amir Jangu scored an unbeaten 74 in the last match of that three-match series against Nepal. Didn't start in the first two matches here, and in the recently concluded CPL had 3 half-centuries in 4 innings. So he's in sort of a rich vein of form.
Well, it's warm out there. Time for our street. Down the wicket, doesn't quite connect it properly. Zakir does well to just go across and stop it.
A different approach from Athanase to Jangu. Jangu's playing from his crease, looking tentative. Athanase full of confidence and looking to take the attack to Shariful. I just want to see him having a greater equilibrium in his innings this time around. Yes, you want to capitalize in the first 6, but give yourself maybe an over or 2.
And almost inducing the edge. You're right. You've got to give it to the bowler because he's bowling a wonderful line and length just all about that corridor of uncertainty and almost getting him there.
Yeah, just enough. So look at that seam. Absolutely brilliant from Shariful. Just enough movement. Maybe a little bit too much. They're in for his first game of the series. No fizz tonight, remember.
Once again, he keeps the batter guessing. What a great over to start off with for Shariful. 5 without loss.
Just a reflection of that third one international back in December last year.
close. Maybe got just enough on the bat to slow it down from going to Litondage. Uncertain, just crept through. Goes back just in time.
Yeah, you've got to give it to Mahedi, the length that he's bowling and also the line. So he's cramping him up, but he's not allowing the batter to get too close to the ball.
Well, now the batters are getting a little flustered, understandably so. There haven't been too many run-scoring deliveries. The scoreboard is just 2.14, and this youngster has got to show some temperament. His partner's got to talk to him. He's on the move. Uppish, but in the gap. And another single, the result.
Yeah, just before that delivery was bowled, Litton was gesticulating to his fielders in the circle just to hang back on the circle because he knew that something big is going to happen. Into the third over, only 6 on the board, so the batter's feeling the pressure. He himself, a batter, would understand the mindset a little bit more. Change and feel now for Athanaze. Long in play.
And he pulls another beauty. He's kept it so tight. Hasn't really made an effort to give the ball any air to get some extra punches. The last ball, 94 clicks.
Yeah, this is good for Bangladesh. How do the West Indian batters get out of this? This is the opportunity for learning that I'm talking about.
Oh, he's gone. He went charging. It was getting to his mind. He thought he'd take on Mahedi, but outfoxed completely. And an easy something for the keeper. The wicket, but there is going to be a little bit of a check. It's the Dutch Bangladesh decision pending.
But director, we have an umpire review for stumping. Both feet are checked. It's a fair delivery. We can go to side on angle, please. Wicket is broken. With the batter is short of his ground. I have a decision for the big spin and
it's going to be rocketed out. The first wicket. Very crucial breakthrough here. Malik Athanaze has to go back after scoring 1. West Indies are 6 for 1. Problems for the West Indies. Brandon King comes in. Now he's got the numbers, he's got the experience. Needs to just be steady with his approach. Careful, what a fantastic over. Just 1 run and a wicket for Mehdi Hassan. 6 for 1. Tanzid Hassan Tamim's 89 of 62 balls that really was the backbone of that 151 middling score for Bangladesh. And it seems pretty distant now after 3 overs. West Indians 6 for 1. Oh, that didn't rise up enough as expected. A good bit of fielding quickly and a quick release of the throw.
Yeah, he's on top of his game. In that previous over, very well constructed, but resulted in that, and it takes him to joint fourth on most wickets in this format for Bangladesh, along with Rishad Hussain. He's now moved on to 64 scalps and proven once again to be a thorn in the sides of the West Indians. I mentioned before that he was player of the series last time around at home in the West Indies for his 8 wickets.
Oh, that one that zipped through, really putting his shoulder into it, is Shariful Islam, and still finding it quite uncomfortable in the middle. This young man, Amir Jangu, not quite reading the pace, not reading the bounce, throwing his arms more in hope. Look at this, how quickly it went past him and rose on him.
Yeah, good, really good stuff. Maybe expecting the fuller one that swings away from him. Just some variation, keeping him honest.
That's Fuller, and he's lashed onto that. Good timing. It's just going across there, maybe not from the meaty part of the bat, but that's going to release a lot of the pressure with the Nexus Play 4.
Yeah, they desperately needed that just to throw his hands at it, looking for the swing, not as much this time around. And finally, he latches onto one, Amir Jangu. Previously 5 from 11. Now he's 9 from 12.
Now, swirling in there, fielder trying to come underneath the wall. I think he's going to get, oh, it's got it. Goodness gracious, did all the hard work, got underneath that one. Tawheed Ridoy has dropped it. Normally a good fielder in the deep, he just couldn't latch onto it.
Yeah, the substitute fielder tried to get into that drop zone quickly. Always difficult to judge in the night, and was still moving when that ball got to him. So couldn't really settle under it. And that's the great difficulty of taking catches under the lights, because you're never quite sure where that drop zone is. Created the opportunity but not taken. Disappointment for Shariful.
Oh, hurried onto him once again, trying to be a little aggressive with the bat, Brandon King, but living a charmed life. Amir Jangu dropped twice now.
Yeah, and it's the second drop catch off his bowling. Just look at what he's trying to do. He's trying to get in the area where the ball will fall so he could settle, but he's never quite sure, and he's still on the move. And nothing going your way tonight so far, Shariful. You don't want to be the substitute fielder and dropping a catch, do you?
Oh, smash that! Almost took the umpire with that shot. What a way to finish that over. Nexus Play 4, 15 for 1. There's going to be pace from both ends now. There's a comparison after 4 overs. Bangladesh at 28 for 1. Oh, he's picked that up and he's going to go sailing away into the crowd. What a tremendous strike by this young man. Welcome to the middle, Tuscan, with a rocket 6.
Yeah, I was interested to see who's going to bowl this over, whether or not he'd continue with Mahedi, who's been so good. Instead, he's gone for Taskin. And he's finding the middle with a bit more regularity now, Amir Jangu. A very slow start, circumspect, but that's a second tier 6. Good catch up there. where the air is rare.
That's a good one. Yeah, second tier. Well, he will have thoughts going through his mind. First ball, 6 immediately. The advantage goes to the batter. Bowler tries different things in his repertoire. What's he going to come up with? It's short, wide, fleeced away. The chase is not going to be enough because the ball's going to get there quite comfortably. Back-to-back boundaries, this one, and next is pay for.
Acceleration from Django, trying to capitalize on the remaining overs in the power play. Showing his range, leg side previously. Done some good timing and placement this time around.
Well, Taskin Ahmed will have to bring in all his wealth of experience. Maybe do not give pace. He didn't give pace to the batter, but they still hit that pretty well. He pulls it past the diving fielder. Another one. Oh, he's on song, he's on fire. Really blasting the balls away. Another Nexus pay for.
Yeah, the full repertoire from Amir Django. Full way in front this time. But again, the gap finding so important. 14 from his first 3 deliveries. Taskin Ahmed, expensive, very expensive start.
Really rubbing the salt into the wound. You dropped him not only once, twice, and he's going to make you pay for it. Yorker, good ball. Just managed to get the toe into it.
Yeah, let's have a look at the construction of the over from Mahedi previously. A very good length, and that's the area that he's been honing in on. Trying to reach him, but they can't. And then one that just turns enough. Exceptional construction of an over, which brought reward for him. The control, impeccable.
After that, the West Indies have come back strongly with some quick runs. Short, gets a hold of that. Forward of square, no chance for the fielder. The boundaries are coming thick and fast in this over. Another Nexus pay for.
Doesn't know where to bowl Taskin. The most expensive over of the match so far, and it's still not completed. Boundaries leg side in front of square. Boundary offside in front of square as well. Exceptional batting. Just goes to show that if you give yourself a few deliveries up front, you can make up. Yes, I know he's been dropped twice, but after a slow start, look at that strike rate, 156.
And this time he does manage to get a dot ball to finish. A massive over for the West Indies. 18 from the 5th over. It's 33 for 1.
Of 5 overs, both the verbs coincide as both teams were on 33 for 1. West Indies on 33 for 1, Bangladesh were also 33 for 1. So even Stevens as it stands as of now. Amir Django making the most of the opportunities he's been given today in the port city of Chattogram. Bowled the last over of the power play. Nasu Ahmed has been summoned by Liton Dash. Can he bring them the breakthrough? Gives a little bit of a flight. Very good evening, Atul Bhai. Good evening, Shamunna. Good evening, all. 18 runs in the previous over. hit hard. That's wet. Nicely transfer of weight to the back foot. And has gone for 4.
Yeah, that 18 run over now have got them going, hasn't it? I mean, it was all coming from the bat of Ahmed Jangu. But this time it's Brandon King. It's short, easy pickings on the onside quarter boundary.
Well bowled. Good comeback from Nasum. The arm delivery slightly quicker as well.
He's bowled well in the series, Nasum Ahmed, and Bangladesh will be hoping that he can be economical and also among the wickets like that. It's straight onto the stumps, a little bit too close for Brendan King to pull it. Wrong option, and the ball's gone on to hit the stumps.
The bowling change has worked as Nasum Ahmed has come on and bowled the batter. Cleaned the stumps up, getting the big wicket of Brandon King. It is rocket out. Quicker again, 91 points. After being hit for a boundary, strikes back. Brandon King has to go for 8. West Indies 37 for 2. 37 for 2. Wicket in the last over of the power play. Nasum reaping the rewards of bowling well. What a comeback.
Yeah, that's exactly what Liton Kumar Das would have hoped for when he asked Nasum Ahmed to come end the attack. So the skipper, Roshan Chase in the middle. In the first T20 International, Nasum had figures of none for 15 in 4 overs.
He was very economical in the first T20 and got wickets in the second, and now here.
2 for 35 in the second inning, second T20 International, but among the wickets in his very first over.
For the reverse, that is well bowled again. So wicket taking over by Nasum. That concludes the power play for West Indies also. It's 37 for 2. Top order batters for West Indies are back in the hut. Amir Jangu going great guns, covering well, making most of the opportunities he's been given. Mahdi has bowled brilliantly so far, just 1 for 3 of the 2 overs he's bowled. He's really done the job in restricting West Indies in the power play. It's 37 for 2 after the power play is signaled by SIS Shoikat. Still, these are opting for a slip for Mahdi. Long on and long off in place as well.
I think Bangladesh will also need to understand that Shai Hope is not playing tonight. And if you look at his contribution in the past 2 matches, has been very good. The last match that he played, he made 55 of 36 deliveries, when they managed to put on 149 for 9, which ended up a winning total. And even in the first one, he smashed his way to 46, an unbeaten 46 of just 28 deliveries. So he's not in the 11. So Bangladesh will need to create a little bit more pressure, and you need to have that belief that yes, they can go defend this total.
Completely agreed. In both the matches, I think Shai Hope played a crucial part. He was pivotal in West Indies managing good totals on the board as they had batted first. In his absence, Roston Chase, hence there's a tweak in the batting order. He's had to come up number 4. Sharfin Rutherford, the other change they've left out. Yeah, he didn't trouble the scorers much in the T20 Das Bangla Bank series, but just to give Robban Powell that space when he comes later on. They need some sort of foundation for Powell to come and capitalize on.
I think a lot will depend on the non-striker, Amir Jangu. I know he's been lucky, but he's now got a start, 30 of 21. They need a partnership here. They're going to run it of 6 runs in an over, which means the required run rate to just climb above 8 runs in an over. 8.4. It's turning out to be good over, just a 3 singles so far.
That's a good hit. This is a clean strike for a rocket 6 from Roston Chase.
The chase is on, and the skipper plays a beautiful looking shot. Clean as a whistle. Lovely timing. 81 meters. It was just the length, and it picked the length so very quickly.
Then he goes flatter and quicker again. The previous delivery was flighted, sort of becoming greedy, looking for a wicket. 10 runs in this over, bowled by Mahdi. West Indies 47 for 2. 61 in the second T20 and 89 today. Both Tanzil Santami right at the top of the run scorers in this Das Bangla Bank series. Shai Hope in second. Not featuring in this match, it is going to be Rishad Hussain from the Nexus Bay end. Like this move from Liton Das. He doesn't want the batter's despair to settle in. He's also giving Rishad a fielder in the slip cotton.
Yeah, 2 for 20 in the previous match for Rishad Hussain, but he'll have to deal with the left and right hand combination. He has to bowl really well to ensure that Bangladesh go on to at least try to defend this total. He's the trump card. He has to bowl well here.
There's a short mid-wicket in place for Amir Jangu. Nicely cut. Behind square. It's running away and will win the race. It's a Nexus Bay boundary from Amir Jangu.
Again, a really good-looking shot from Amir Jangu. Look how short that is, but you still have to find the right placement. And he's been doing that. Again, really good-looking shot in the gap and picks up a boundary. I spoke about that he needs to bowl well, but if you keep bowling deliveries like that, you're asking for trouble. 50 on the board for West Indies.
Such a dynamic format this. You need
I spoke about that he needs to bowl well, but if he keep bowling deliveries like that, you're asking for trouble. 50 on the board for West Indies. Deliveries like that, you're asking for trouble. 50 on the board for West Indies.
such a dynamic format this. You need for the reverse, that is well bowled again. So wicket taking over by Nasum. That concludes the power play for West Indies also. It's 37 for 2.
King shot in the gap and picks up a boundary. King shot in the gap and picks up a boundary. I spoke about that he needs to bowl well, but if he keep bowling deliveries like that, you're asking for trouble. 50 on the board for West Indies.
Such a dynamic format this. You need
हमारे समस्या को पुलिस कह दो
কমেন্ট বক্সে থাকা লিংকে ক্লিক করুন।
Two-year-old from St. Lucia is the new batter in. Cricket went in the bowler's favor. A really good comeback in his career, but he's here because Rishabh got this wicket.
It's just a length. It's a little bit fuller. He bowled a previous delivery which was short, but what was good from Rishad Hussain was he was attacking the stumps. So danger of missing it went in the bowler's favor. A really good comeback. I said it before, he's the trump card, so he has to bowl well. So he has a wicket in his very first over.
Well bowled again. Rightly pointed out, Adar, he pitched it up. The previous delivery was short. You also slowed it down, deceived the batter.
Deep in his crease, he'll pick up 2 runs there. Good running. Very good running. And the fielders in the D, that is Pervez and Iman, will need to come a little bit quickly towards the ball, because if they don't, then they're allowing the batter to come across for another single.
Certainly letting his feelings known to the fielders. Can't take it easy. Well bowled again. Good batting, good cricket all around. Well, 8 runs of the 8th over, but a wicket-taking one. West Indies 55 for 3.
He's the trump card, so he has to bowl well. So he has a wicket in his very first over.
Plenty of firepower await in the West Indies dugout. They need these two in the middle to get them to a situation where they can come in and just hit those rocket sixes and nexus play fours. Ideal opportunity for some. It is a rocket six.
You went for 18 runs. But he comes back in the attack, bowling to a new bat, into the. It's a left-hander. Remember, it was Amir Jung who took him on. But he doesn't get it right, the bowler. And that's why it sails over into the stands. Terrific shot.
Well, those expressions tell you impressive from the youngster. The statement of a shot. There is 6 in this innings. Ball fielded there. 1 bounce to Shakir.
I just feel that perhaps he needs to just take the pace off the ball. We've seen the bowlers, the seamers. If you see someone like Romario Shepherd, even Jason Holder, they bowled quite a few into the pitch deliveries, the cutters, the slower one. And it does work in favor of the bowler, because this is a pitch where they will enjoy if the bowler are trying to bowl a little bit quicker, because the ball comes nicely onto the bat.
Especially if it's in the slot. If you're over pitching, you are slightly, particularly in terms of length, you play into the hands of the batter.
With 7 wickets in hand. We know that they have a strong batting lineup. You can always create pressure by bowling either dots or picking out wickets here. He's been expensive, Taskin Ahmed.
Well bowled, good change of pace. That was required.
That's exactly what I said a little while earlier. If you go and try to take the pace of the ball, there will be a surprise element. And have a look at that reaction from the batter. Completely missing it, didn't pick it up, and was pretty close to the off stump also. So well bowled, Taskin Ahmed.
Wasn't too far away from that off stump. Change of pace again. Running the first one hard, then looking for the second. Decide against it. And also, the 3 wickets taken belong to the spinners. All the 3 wickets have been taken by the spinners. 1 for Mahidi, 1 for Nasum, and 1 for Rishad.
Yeah, don't forget, Shariful Islam was unlucky, Shaman Noy. He could have had a couple of wickets because a catch was dropped of his bowling in the very first over in the slips, and then again later on. Django getting dropped twice, 2 lives. Otherwise, he would have been the wicket columns as well. Uppercut. Dive. Good effort from Shoriful. Wasn't the easiest of opportunities, but the batters will run back for the second. Turns out to be yet another expensive over. 11 of the 9th. West Indies 66 for 3. This gives you the picture that the visitors are maintaining a healthy run rate. The red one above the green one. 7.33. The current run rate requires 7.82. So wickets is the name of the game for Bangladesh. Showed up in numbers. They are enjoying it here in Chattogram. Rishabh to continue. We'll get a single of the first ball. We've seen quite a few chances go by. Not an easy one. It's a difficult one. It would have been a splendid, spectacular catch if he'd gone on to hang on. Maybe just a little bit slow to start with because he couldn't reach. In the end, had to dive. Up and above the feeder. The slips. They are just going back to that effort. These can be tricky. They can fall short. You can concede a boundary and going for a catch. But, credit to Shoriful for going for it. Well, at this stage, 69 for 3. Bangladesh 55 for 2. Yeah, he made a good effort. Very good effort. In the air again, but will fall safe. Calculative and measured shot. Had the opportunity of talking to the spin bowling coach Mushtaq Ahmed. Just emphasized on the importance of proactive bowling, reading the conditions quickly and understanding what the batter's strength, what the weakness can be, change of pace, slowing it down. Exactly what Rishad, Nasoom and Mahdi have done. Hold again. Trying to prevent that single but not succeeding. Tried to cut off that single of his own bowling. Doesn't manage to do it. But just got stuck. Now 6 already in this over. They're going to find a way to pick up a wicket here, Bangladesh. Sounded good off the bat in front of the square. Efforts in vain. 4 runs, Nexus Bay boundary. Again, a really good piece of timing here. He's timing it beautifully here. August. He went down to wicket, but he was lucky because it was short. Back of the hand, didn't turn that much, and has gone past that fielder at deep cover point for another boundary. He's reached over to 16 of just 9. Saw the batter coming down the wicket, hold the quicker. He's getting a full toss on this occasion. Nicely flicked, but there is protection in the deep. It's a good over for West Indies yet again. 11 of the 10th. West Indies 77 for 3 when it's time for the players to hydrate its drinks.
The third T20 International of the Dutch Bangla Bank Series, Tanzil Hassan Tamim really shone with the bat for Bangladesh and managed to take that total to 151 with not too much support from the others. The West Indies have come back very strongly there. Halfway through, they're leading by 10 runs, lost a wicket more, but they seem to be honing in on the target, needing 75 runs to win out 60 balls. Well, if amongst all the tourist spots in Bangladesh, there's a lovely little place up in the hills, not too far from Chattogram, which is the little town of Rangamati. And there it is, Rangamati up in the hills. Lovely place, very serene, very picturesque. You've got the Kaptai Lake, as you see all around. That lake side is unsighted, he's not unsure.
ভিডিওটিতে সমস্যা হয়েছে মানে
আমি রাত জেগে বই লিখ
Sri Lankan venue called Pallakali. Shamim, you've been there. Pretty sure lots of greenery, the lake.
There's been a disruption in the flow of the play, and what happened to Nur Hassan Sohan?
Around the city, a six and a boundary along with the captain, Austin Chase, putting up a very good partnership, 25 or 15. Mahdi Hassan, his last over. Straight away, clipped away for a single.
And this is the time, I think, as a bowling unit, you fancy your chances, because there's been a pause, there's been a disruption in the flow of the play, and what happened to Nur Hassan Sohan? He's not feeling, he's got some kind of a, did the ball go hit him there, or really grimacing in pain?
Certainly not looking comfortable. He's in so much pain, he's just rolling around. Not too sure what happened, maybe he rolled his ankle. Certainly, Chakarali is asking for a stretcher to come on. This is not good. Nur Hassan Sohan, usually a wicket keeper by trade, since Riton Kumar Das as the captain, keeping wickets, he's in the field. We'll have a get a replay, we'll know exactly what happened. We haven't seen it, what's happening, so not too sure, but looked like Shamim probably rolling the ankle, taking a look where the physio trying to treat Nur Hassan Sohan.
You must have turned round awkwardly, and out comes the stretcher, not quite sure, being called in, want to get on with it. He's still in trouble, he's still grimacing pain, and is the best option, I think, is to go off and have treatment outside the ground. Do not want to aggravate anything that might have happened.
I've seen it many times in the past, sprained ankles, and certainly I think even the West Indian side physio is getting out there just to support the Bangladeshi physio as well. And not good, not good. Those kind of injuries can be freaky, can take a little time for it to recover. But we just like to wish Nur Hassan a speedy recovery of the pain that he's going through.
Indeed, and I'll tell you the status of play as it is at the moment, 78 for 3 into the last half of the West Indian innings. I'll tell you what, the manner in which Austin Chase, the acting captain, and Akil East have negotiated the bowling in the last couple of overs, they're looking very, very threatening. The Bangladesh bowlers will have to bowl out of their skins, and the fielders will have to support them in the outfield if they're going to restrict them from getting to the target of 152.
3 wickets to fall for West Indies. First to go was Jangu, and that it's a straight one of Nasum Ahmed. It was plumb in front. Ishad Hussain, the bowler of Amir Jangu, batted well, I thought. Not a good sign, or not a good sign either. The sportsman
Roshan Chauhan, usual, as I said, a wicket keeper, possibly rolled his ankle. Just wishing a quick recovery, and we get things going and gets rolling. Not too sure what happened at all. Just the 5 bowlers being used so far by Bangladesh. Usually they play with 3 seamers and 2 spinners, but since it's a used pitch, it's the other way around with 2 seamers and 3 spinners. And one of the spinners is bowling now. Bowled really well, Mahdi Hassan, getting a break into the side. Mahdi Hassan has by far looked the more dominating of the bowlers. Bangladesh will be hoping he can get a wicket in this over. Looks like it's going through the motions. 2 is the call. Roshan Chase trying to push. Look at the knees for the Hakim Ogis to come back, but he was taking nothing away there. And looking like the body language of the Bangladeshi fielders, I mean, looks like they're waiting for something to happen rather than trying to create an opportunity. You just cannot do that at all. You've got to make it work for you. You've got to try and find ways to get amongst the wickets. Otherwise, this game is going to be gone. It's effort there to block the deep mid wicket with a boundary liner. Nicely bowled. Went with the arm. Certainly, Hakim Ogis was trying to give himself room to try and crash it through the offside. That's what I like about Mahdi Hassan. Giving nothing away, only loose delivery. Tossed up a little bit to Roshan Chase. He was pumped over, long on. Apart from that, he's got thereabout just like that. Been very precise. He's been very meticulous with his lines. And what he's done well with the realization that maybe this wicket doesn't have that extra bit of purchase for the bowlers is more often than not depending on the arm ball, just rolling the fingers. There are reps, but what it does is drop and skid and get faster to the batter, which doesn't allow them to free their arms. Nice and quick again, just outside the off stump. Yeah, sensible way of going about it. It's been 4 runs in the 5 deliveries after the pause in play for the drinks interval and that injury to Nurul Hassan Chauhan, who we hope it's not serious and can come back into the team. He wants to finish it well, does Mahdi. Comes down the track. Trying to smash it through the offside in a part of the bat just for single. Mahdi Hassan finishes his spell. 4 overs, 1 for 18. 82 for 3 after 11. Three spinners picking up a wicket each. Shariful was very unlucky, and Taskin Ahmed has been very expensive so far. He's taken to the cleaners. 2 overs for 29 runs. Naseem Mahmood has just bowled 1 over, 5 dot deliveries. 1 for 4, comes back into the attack. Required rate of 7.78 needed. Short and missed out. Finds the field at extra cover. He sure missed out. Backed away. Then did manage to get a good part of the bat on it, but not wide of Mahdi. Look at him, backs away, right leg away, comes in but finds the fielder. Bowling nice and flat. Naseem probably anticipating the left-hander to be attacking if the ball is flighted. So rightly so, just happy to give a single to the left-hander and try and get 1 or 2 dot deliveries of Roshan Chase. Yeah, you get a string of dot deliveries in, immediately the batter's mindset changes, gets a little forced into playing shots of error. Gives himself room, all extra cover, 1 bounce to the boundary, a nexus play 4, and an excellent shot by Roshan Chase. What a delightful shot that is. Inside out shot, never easy. Just sidestepping, no turn at all. Is simple, played over the top, very well controlled.
Beautiful shot, wasn't it, Shamim? Oh, extra cover, one of the hardest strokes in the cricketing manual. Made it look easy by Roston. Good batting, 4 followed by a single, maybe 2 runs. And comes back pretty easily in the end. Excellent stuff by West Indies.
This is brilliant running. Well, this is the Dutch Bangla series. The Dutch Bangla Bank is the first European joint venture bank in Bangladesh and the pioneer in the banking sector of Bangladesh in terms of customer trust and confidence through transparent and pure banking.
Nice and flat on a precious dot delivery for Bangladesh. 7 runs in 5 deliveries. Just rushing through the over, Nasu.
He's not feeling, he's got some kind of a, did the ball go and hit him there or really grimacing in pain?
After 12 overs, almost neck to neck. Only 1 wicket extra to fall for West Indies, but apart from that, they're well on the way to make it 3-0. Rishad Hossain into the attack, and Akeem Ogis just a flick of the wrist. And a rocket 6 over mid-wicket to welcome Rishad Hossain to the crease.
What a magnificent shot that is. Just pitched up in the slot, asking to be punished. He's got to play with whatever turn there was and made it look so very easy with the flourish of the bat and a long, long 6, 88 meters. Brilliant stuff.
Just playing his 4th game, young Akeem Ogis, a graduate of the 2022 Under-19 World Cup, which happened in West Indies, and he's only the 4th St. Lucian to make it to the national side, and he's doing it in style. Comes down the track again, and drop catch, that short extra cover, that should have been taken. Substitute fielder Tanzim Hassan Shakib, that should have been taken, and with that 2 runs brings up the 100 for West Indies.
I think that might just turn out to be the drop catch that lost the match. It was straightforward, went quickly, understandable, but Shakib should have gone on to that one. Could have made all the difference in this innings and maybe given Bangladesh some chance.
Shot! That is a massive hit. Picture perfect, just like the first 6th over. Another rocket 6 over mid-wicket.
That's just rubbing salt into the wound, really. Shakib missing out. He didn't miss out. Really came underneath the ball. Full flurry of the bat. Full strike of the bat. And another long one. 87 meters. Really turning it on and really going to the target at a rate of knots.
Almost a short arm jab towards mid-wicket, wasn't it? Not even the full flow. Showing the power and the timing of Akeem Ogis, the left-hander. Changing the angle, coming over the wicket, Rishad. Gogli, and just like the first, just like the second, the third 2 over mid-wicket, make it 3 rocket 6s in the over.
Slot sweeps galore. Oh goodness, you have not seen striking like this for a long, long time. Particularly to a bowler who troubles the batters. This is the 3rd 6 and almost, yeah, definitely the longest one, 102 meters. The batter is on fire. Bangladesh are under the gun. The crowd getting a little irritated, some of them leaving, but this has been splendid belligerent batting by the West Indian.
Wow, super timing, super power hitting. Akeem Ogis, wonderful. One of the best bowlers in the modern day game, Rishad Hossain, taken to the cleaners. A partnership worth 61 of just 31. And take a look at the contribution. 41 by the young man Akeem. Just playing his 4th game. Just imagine the
the mindset of the drop catcher there, Shikshta cover, Tanzim Hassan Shakib. Wow, what an over. 18 of 3 sixes, a couple make it 20 of 4 deliveries and 2 balls remaining to end the over. Slightly shorter. Just should be a single.
Yeah, you pay for your drop catches. What a turnaround. It's hit sixes galore. Straightforward catch to Shakib, who was guilty also of giving away a boundary. He's come in as a substitute fielder in place of the injured Nurul Hassan. Have a look at that drop catch. This might have been the catch that lost the match. Should have hung on to that.
Should have taken. A precious dot delivery to end the West Indian worm just racing away to the victory. 38 of 42 deliveries. What an over we had the last one. Akeem Hoggies, 3 massive sixes, surpassing his own individual high score, 41 of 29 deliveries against Nepal just last month. He's on 42 of 21. Last 18 deliveries, 37. Some magnificent hitting. And Nasum Ahmed. Long on in place and plays it well, and these two goes for a rocket. This occasion is of Nasum Ahmed.
Doesn't matter who the bowler is, Akeem Hoggies is going to enjoy himself. And that's his 5th over the top, the maximum. Look at him once again, using that little bit of turn, not too much power. It seems to be played so easily. That lovely flourish of the bat, sweet timing, long enough for another 6.
It's raining sixes of the bat of Akeem Hoggies. He's on 48. Good batting. A 6 followed by a single. Nice and quick that occasion by Nasum.
They have this match under absolute control. The West Indians, the required run rate is 4.65. 49 from this young man. 4 dots, 1 for 5 sixes and big sixes. Delighting the crowd here. Maybe they are not so delighted with the 6 against Bangladesh, but what prowess in the batting performance.
Just a 4th St. Lucian to play for the West Indies, and he's been excellent. Darren Sammy, the head coach, he also hails from St. Lucia. He'll be a proud man of his own countrymen. Gave himself room, followed by Nasum. Single to long on.
Well, there he is. Darren Sammy doesn't show too much emotion, but always gives you a wonderful smile. And he'll have a lot to smile about if the West Indians can sweep this board with a 3-0 series win.
All eyes on Akeem. He's approaching his first half century in international cricket. And he brings out in style. Lovely flicks towards mid-wicket. An excellent display of batting. A 50 of 24 deliveries. Rightly so, the entire team applauding the young man's efforts.
What a marvellous effort it has been from the young man, Akeem Hoggies. Roslan Chase goes over and congratulates him. It's been a wonderful mix, 5 sixes, 1 4. But there have been a lot of deliveries which is just nudged and pushed and got the singles and the 2s. Very, very well compiled innings and a lot of future for this young man.
In the gap. And should be a boundary. Yes, Ridoy, the reserve player, he could not get there. It's a nexus play 4 by Roslan Chase.
Oh, it's massacre in the middle. Bangladeshi bowlers really taken to the cleaners. Haven't got a clue where to bowl. From both ends. It's Roston Chase, 34 of 21. He's bludgeoning the ball about. They're really picking their spots with the utmost ease.
But West Indies are running away with this game, trying to give some room. Crashing just for a single towards long off. 14 runs from the 14th over, 128 for 3. He's bringing up his first half-century in international cricket, surpassing his previous best of 42 against Nepal just a month ago in Sharjah. Excellent display of 50 with 5 sixes and a boundary. And all those sixes have been clean hitting. And Afrishad Hussain 3 in 1 over was the highlight in this entire series as far as I'm concerned. 12 dot deliveries. Certainly looks a player well composed and well back on the length, finds a gap and probably finds the boundary as well. That's good timing and placement. And Taskin Ahmed, as he has done in the first 2 overs, very expensive.
He's been really all over the place with the left-right combination, doesn't really know where to bowl it. The manner in which Roston Chase allowed the ball to come on and guides it, and enough of pace on it from the bowler to take it away from that third-man fielder for another 4.
A perfect word used by Shamim Chaudhary, guided. There's no arrogance about it. Just backed his way and opened up the offside. The lovely hit. Taskin Ahmed, certainly a day to forget so far. Most senior bowler in the side, 2.1 overs. He has gone for 33 runs. Slow delivery down the leg side. And a slight misfield. Should result in a single and comes back for the second run.
Yeah, it's all going West Indies' way and they're dominating. They're looking at the target come closer and closer. And Bangladesh in complete disarray at the moment. Really don't know what to do to stop this flow of runs and the charge to the win. And a 3-0 win it will be too.
Well, this has been a wonderful effort so far by the West Indian side. Partnership of 82 of 41. Roston Chase, captain of the day, leading his side from the front. Slow delivery. A couple of runs in front of square. Tanzim Hassan Shakib does the fielding. Proud man Samuel Badri. It's an excellent effort so far by West Indies.
Hello Ma, hello everyone. Yes, it's been an exceptional series for them. Unassailable 2-0 lead heading into this one, so no pressure. Lots for him to think about. Liton Das, Roston Chase, the standing captain today, did a good job with the ball, bowling some difficult overs, but this man had that series against Nepal, this inning.
The batsmen around the world, past or present, always the first run matters the most. Scored half century. It's all about starting well again.
Again, good timing into the pad and flicked it away. This picked up back-to-back boundaries.
Poor delivery by Jason. A swing on and off, but the line was too straight to start. Even the very first ball, if there was swing starting leg stump, finishing outside the leg stump, And almost a similar delivery. Nicely done by Tanzila Santami, keeping his shape pretty nicely, making sure he's not falling over with the head. Fine leg in the circle, that's a risky line to bowl.
Again down the wicket, but straight to the fielder. He's been aggressive. That's the second time he's gone down the wicket. And he's the one who's been scoring runs. He's the leading run scorer for Bangladesh this year in T20 internationals.
But running straight down the line as well. That was absolutely not a single on offer. Parvez Hossain Imran was spot on not to go for it. SIS Saikat, on-field umpire, only elite umpire from Bangladesh, and Masudur Rahman Mukul, his partner.
Now that's what you were talking about in your pitch report. Not given a wide. 8 without loss. Now that's what.
হ্যালো আগের দোনে না সাইকেল টাইকেল নেই বৃষ্টি করতেছে
Both the teams making changes. Bangladesh making 4, and West Indies making 3 changes. Right, it was a seamer who bowled the very first over, and that's the last delivery of the first over.
A touch and go with the protector Gara. With the benefit of the doubt, this occasion has gone towards the bowler. Close, probably just outside the off stump. That's the first ball of the match. Amir Jang was put under pressure by the captain, and now it's Akil Hossain. He wants to go upstairs. Clearly, he's animated that he's close. Roshan Chase has burned a review already. Probably will not take a risk. And always you take a lesson from the wicket keeper. If he's not sure, you don't go upstairs.
A new wicket keeper also, Maha, but you're 100% right. There will be if there is any support from behind the stumps in terms of the review, then you take it. Let's have another closer look. A bit of a turn, maybe just striking him outside the off stump. Oh, he was already celebrating. Akil Hossain, the seam and spin to start with. And yes, he enjoys it. It's into the stand. It's a big one.
What a hit. With the turn, and even before the ball was delivered or just about delivered, Parvez Hossain Imran crossed just outside the off stump and went with the turn. And no intention to keep it along the ground, and brings up the first rocket 6 of the game, and that too a massive one, 86-meter monster into the cloud.
It is such a good shot.
Follow this page to watch all kinds of live games.
And with the spin, now this one just a little bit quicker, and with the arm also. So it's come back nicely here. And now he's bowled 3 dots in this over. Yes, there's an indication from Imran also to his partner, the non-striker, that the ball came back with the arm. Last ball was it was the quickest also. Again, look at that ball going away from the left-hander.
Last 2 deliveries, the arm ball, and Akil Hossain from front of the arm is flicking it with the seam. And I've seen this being bowled by Dhananjay De Silva from Sri Lanka, as well as Mohammad Nabi. I think he's a master of this delivery, and Akil Hussain has certainly have mastered it.
He'll pick up a single and will keep the strike. Bangladesh 15 without loss. They've been very, very impressive. The crowd in the port city of Chattogram has been sensational. That side of the stadium is jam-packed, chock-a-block. Flashing outside the off stump, looking to create that gap. Bowling change also to Romario Shepherd in the attack. He was very impressive in the last match. He was the player of the match, 3 for 29 in 4 overs.
Certainly the economy is on the higher side at 10 runs per over. But playing as an all-rounder. And the roles definitely changed. Today he's got the role to blow in the power play. Simply because Jaden Seale is having a break, only 2 seamers. And both are all-rounders who can bat later on. That's Jason and Romario Shepherd. So I think Shepherd going into the future, certainly with his experience, can bring down the economic rate a bit. 10 is certainly higher on the higher side. But certainly in handy cricket on his take and knock the ball long, decent fielder. Remember, took a brilliant catch in the first game at mid-on.
Connected it, but he'll still take it because it's gone over the top of the fielder at short point, never in control, and it goes over for a nexus 4.
Good bouncer, change of length. Surprise Tanzid Tamim. Like the way the ball bouncer was dished out by Shepherd. Certainly not convincing, but very effective as far as Tanzim is concerned. He's carrying on his good form. This inquiry from the umpire that the one bouncer is out of the over. Certainly can surprise Romario Shepherd. Bare shoulders with a slippery bouncer.
Oh, drop. They dropped quite a few in the last match. This one headed straight to the hands of Jason Holder, who just couldn't hang on to it.
4 catches dropped from the last game and set away into the 3rd over. Jason Holder out of everyone. Should have been cobbled. 9 out of 10 times in the warm-ups Jason Holder would have taken, but not that occasion.
We spoke about him being aggressive, but as a batter, you have to think whether those are the right options so early in the innings. Yes, you have that aggressive intent, but if you get out, this is a straightforward chance. He's very, very lucky, not him. Unlucky for the bowler and the fielder. But Tanzid Hassan Tamim has to understand his role as an opener.
Important once you get a good start to carry on. That's what co-commentator Rathar Ali Khan probably wants one of these players to take the responsibility, since only 6 players are playing, but please go on till about 18th over. 22 for no loss.
Yeah, the skipper is way ahead above anybody else in terms of the runs and the matches in this format of the game. 2,500 runs. Tanzir Hassan closing in to his 1,000 runs. Imon has also gone across 500. And when you are in a good nick, you got to take a bit of an advantage. Again, a bowling change. The skipper in the attack. Roston Chase, right arm off spinner.
Come on, Ross!
Shots of catch it. Soft dismissal in the end. Gudikesh Modi takes the catch. Imon cannot believe it, but he has to go.
This particular delivery deserved to be put away for a boundary. Probably because of the bounce surprised him on. Yeah, he was trying to play from down to up. Trying to clear off the extra cover field or the cover point field over the top rather than trying to play along the ground. Misses out for Zaman playing for the first time in the series. He's gone for 9, 22 for 1.
A new opening combination doesn't work for Bangladesh, and in comes Litun Kumar Das, the skipper. He will need to bat really well here to ensure they have a total on the board that the bowlers can go and come defend it later on.
A soft dismissal. Trying to play through the extra cover, where else would have been better to rose with the bounce and try and play along the ground. A golden opportunity and a rocket out for West Indies.
A beautiful use of the feet from the skipper. Couple of bounces there. And it is a Nexus Pay 4. Lovely touch from the skipper.
Litun Kumar Das, he means business. Straight away, coming down the track, an excellent hit. Going through the line, no slugging at all. Knew the mid-on was in the circle. As soon as the ball reached the eye level of the batter, he's out of the crease like a flash. Straight away, a straight way. Roston Chase gets the mid-on back to long on and gets a square leg into the circle.
Yeah, even him is looking a little bit aggressive. With that boundary, he's gone past Shakib Al Hasan in terms of most runs for Bangladesh versus the West Indies in T20 internationals. There's nothing wrong with the first shot that he played. Good cricket shot. Again, just missing out. There was an opportunity. Had it gone past that fielder, would have been another boundary. It's a good piece of fielding.
Litun Kumar Das will probably take a little time to get used to the new conditions, the rhythm. Take 3 runs there. Because he missed out half of the Asia Cup, missed out the series against Afghanistan away in Dubai and Sharjah. As a batter, when you go out of the game for a little while, especially with an injury, it'll take a little time for you to get used to the surroundings, the rhythm to be found. As a captain, this is where the added extra pressure will be to Litun Kumar Das to come good in a must-win game for Bangladesh.
Oh, yes,
Nice length by Roston Chase, just fighting him and keeping the mid-wicket open, inviting Tanzir Hassan coming if he wants to go against the turn to take that risk.
He was the skipper in out of the 4 series that the Bangladesh won on the trot. He was led the side against 3 teams. We'll come back to that. A single to finish the over. After 4, Bangladesh 28 for 1. this is what I was talking about. Have a look at that against Sri Lanka when they went on to won the series. Beats the bat. And Lichun Kumar Das was the skipper. You mentioned that he missed out against Afghanistan, so there is a bit of a pressure on him because the team has done so well. Against Sri Lanka, they won away 2-1. Against Pakistan at home, 2-1. Against Netherlands, 2-0. And also against Afghanistan away, a very good run for them in this format of the game. But this time around, West Indies have got the better of them. They've gone 2-0 up. Already series in the bag. Nice shot. This is a well-controlled pull. You don't see that pull shot going in that direction. It's gone just to the left of the fielder at mid-on. Nicely struck.
Picked up the off-cutter pretty early, Tanzil Hasan Tamim. The first delivery just outside the off stump beat. The pace was 133, and this occasion is just 120.8. Set up, and for a batter who's been batting so well, runs behind his back. That was a freebie, which was slapped towards mid-wicket for a boundary.
I feel that Tanzil Hasan Tamim has so much to offer. He's got so much talent. If he can just balance caution with aggression, he will be scoring more runs. Oh, on to the pad, given. And straight away, Striker has given it in favor of the bowler, Jason Holder. And he takes the review.
Umpire Director, we have a player review for LBW. On-field decision is out. I've checked the fit. It's a fair delivery. Front on first, please. Ball is close to the bat. Can I have outrage, please? Keep it rolling through. Got a flap, and as the ball passes the bat, satisfied, no bat involved. You can go for the ball tracking man. Ready, please. Original decision is out. Pitching outside leg, going back to Saikat and field. Saikat, you have to reverse your decision from out to not out. You're on screen, you can signal now.
Yeah, he has to reverse it because that pitched outside the leg. So it's a good review taken by Tanzil Hasan. He did go and have a bit of a chat with the skipper, and he went for that correct call from Tanzil Hasan.
With the line that Jason Holder bowling, I think to get an LBW decision, it's very hard unless the ball moves quite big in the air off the seam. A good review taken by Bangladesh.
Yeah, he will need to hold the fort, hold the innings together one more time if Bangladesh is looking to put on a winning total. I asked Lichun Kumar Das at the toss what kind of total he's thinking. He said anything above 150. Do you agree, Maha?
I think even the last game, I thought run 49, I thought will be below par. I think it's 160, 165 pitches, but just because the batsmen have not been batting well, they've not been consistent, and the decision making was poor. That's why both the sides in the last game they struggled. Good Yorker. Oh, if he had picked up the picked up the first go, would have been a close call. Brandon King missed out an opportunity.
The batting has been an issue. You look at West Indies collapse the other evening, but the Sama managed to go and win that match. Yeah, clean pickup. Would have been interesting. And that's why I feel that once again he's got a bit of a start at 19 of 16. He's been lucky. He's been dropped once, Tanzil Hasan. You just need to carry on. After 5, Bangladesh 33 for 1.
see the head-to-head between Bangladesh and West Indies in 21 T20Is. West Indies ahead, of course, and 2 of these wins coming in this Does Bangla Bank series. Akil Hussain from around the wicket.
Next stump and wins deployed by Tanzid Tamim. It is a rocket 6 to welcome Akil Hussain and Samuel Badri.
Hello Shamanoy, hello everyone. Yep, 2 short from Akil Hussain, first ball of the over, making full use of it, looking for that arm ball once again. But this man is in good form, Tanzid. 25 from 17. A little bit of a risk to bowl Akil Hussain this over with Tanzid on strike. Ruslan Chase, remember, only has 2 fast bowling options in this particular playing 11. Workload management, a little bit of a rest for Jayden Seales, and another left-hand orthodox in Gudakesh Moti comes in. So a plethora of spin bowling option, not too many fast bowlers.
Much better in terms of length. Litton Das mentioned during the toss that it seems to be sort of a sluggish sort of a surface to him. If he's offering pace, the batters are going to enjoy it, particularly Tanzid.
Yeah, what he's tried to do in this over so far is to angle the ball, swing the ball away from the left-hander. Same surface that we used a couple nights ago in the second T20I. The mosaic underlay, but a green tinge on the top, which hold things together quite nicely. There was dew in game 1, no dew in game 2. What does game 3 have in store for us?
Single taken. When we were out there in the middle, light breeze going by, and had a conversation with the pitch curator Zahid Reza Babu, when he mentioned whenever there's a bit of wind, chances of dew are lesser.
Yeah, absolutely. So for the left-hander, those deliveries going across him, what does he do for the right-handed Litton? Does he try to spin it across him with a slip-in position? They've been good so far in the power play. Bangladesh, a solid start. They wouldn't want to lose another in this final power play over.
Bowls is slower on this occasion. There's Akil Hussain, and watchfully played by Litton.
Yeah, watchful from Litton in that previous delivery. He knows the importance of his innings here with all of his experience. Leading run scorer against the West Indies in this format for Bangladesh.
We're going to play against the turn. Beats everyone on that occasion. He's not happy with the take, but that will end the power play. 7 runs of the 6th. Bangladesh 40 for 1. Litton Das winning the toss, deciding to have a bat first, and then 40 for 1. At the end of the power play, they were 42 for 4 in the first T20I. Confirmation from SR Shoykot. So for me in this series, it's the best power play for Bangladesh. After the second match, yes, sir. Because they'd lost 4 wickets, even though they had 42 in the first T20I. There's very important to have those wickets in hand so that the batters coming in later can unleash in the latter overs.
Yeah, and Tanzil is an important cog in that because of the three left and orthodox bowlers that the West Indies have in their playing 11. Bounce from Ruston Chase, that's what he often does with his high release point. It'll be very interesting to see how he manages his bowling resources. Standing captain tonight, no Shea Hope, remember. Only the second time he's captaining in this format. At the international level. So an opportunity for Amir Django behind the stumps. Hakeem Ogis, both these players recently made their T20 internationals debut against Nepal. Had a very exciting one-day international debut. Amir Django against this opposition. Many of us would remember that innings, a sensational 100 at Warner Park in St. Kitts. In the final ODI, West Indies were chasing upwards of 300. Incredible innings, first time out.
Between the fielders, they'll be looking for the second, but a good throw in. Denies the second, as it is about grabbing those opportunities. Hakeem Ogis, one of the three changes for West Indies, throwing the ball in. Django has done that in the past, in getting the opportunity in this third and final T20I of the Dutch Bangla Bank series. Looking to make the most of it. Close it down. Nicely cut, but there's a sweeper. The 4 singles in this one. It's 43 for 1 Bangladesh. Jason Holder, Romario Shepherd and Akil Hussain, along with Gudakesh Moti and Roshan Chase, bringing all the experience and the wickets. He's at times guilty of being expensive as Romario Shepherd, but he got 3 important wickets in the second T20I, a match-winning cause.
They carry Payne to the attack, replacing another left-hand orthodox, Akil Hussain. Yeah, what I liked about the West Indies so far in the series is their adaptability and flexibility with their bowling efforts. So they don't have a preconceived notion as to exactly what they want to do, who bowls which particular over. They seem to adapt to the situation in front of them. So they started with a couple of seamers on occasions. They started with 1 spin, 1 seam. And I really like that type of approach. So the opposition team don't necessarily telegraph what you're doing. And then also the confidence to play similar bowling types. So 3 left-hand orthodox, as mentioned before, in the 11th tonight. Not often do you see that in international cricket. So each of them with their idiosyncrasies. This is in there, fielder settles, fielder takes the catch. Gudakesh Moti with the catch in the deep, a rocket out, and the captain has to go.
And the move the West Indies captain chose in introducing Harry Pierre has worked. The left-arm spinner, temptingly to Andaz by bowling that one short one. And then deep in wicket, another left-arm spinner in Gudakesh Moti, who completes the catch. They've got the breakthrough. The Bangladesh captain has to go back to the dressing room. He's gone for 6 of 9. Bangladesh 44 for 2.
changes in the Bangladesh side today that enforces change in the batting order. That brings in Saifusan in at 4. 450s, best of 69. Been batting well in recent times. The change in the batting order. It's a different role to play today. They'll have to start this partnership with Tanzit Tamim.
A good start from Caribbean. The length important. Not too full for him to smash it. Not too short either. Doesn't hit the middle of the bat and straight to the fielder. And that's what you want when you're starting your spell. Economical, but if you get a wicket, that's a bonus. Some movement early to off-put the bowler. He's only managed to find Gurukesh Moti in the deep. A disappointing series with the bat from the captain. Let's have one more then.
A quick delivery. Good over from Kerry Pierre. It's 45 for 2 Bangladesh. To follow for Bangladesh in Shakir Ali, Nurul Hassan and Rishad. And the striker tells you the kind of innings they prefer to play. Make quick runs in quick time. Ideal and ideally they need these sort of batters, a foundation to capitalize on. To lay that foundation, Bangladesh will be dependent on Saifusan and Tanzit and Tamim. Roston Chase back into the attack, long on and long off, along with deep mid-wicket and deep square leg in place. If you've come here, you've played BPL, and Rangpur were crowned the champions. Back again for the country. Hope you had a good time overall in Dhaka and Chittagong.
It's been good once again. Shamana, a different perspective this time around, looking from a different lens. Won the international series in Dhaka. It was a new experience for me on that particular surface. This one here, more balanced. There's something in it for the batters as well as the bowlers. West Indians are trying to exact a measure of revenge from what they suffered last time around when Bangladesh toured the West Indies. West Indies won that one international series, but then lost the T20Is 3-0. This time around, Bangladesh winning the ODI series and West Indies taking the T20 international series.
Change of angle slows it down also. There's Roston Chase. So having Badri alongside, just want to pick your brain on how much do you believe in matchups. It was, reason I asked this is because it was Romario Shepherd who got Tanzit Tamim wide, signaled to wide. Tanzit Tamim both the T20Is.
Yeah, I think there is some merit in it, but I also think that at times captains and teams put too much emphasis on it. That's connected. That's another rocket six all the way into the stands. Finally brings up the 50 for Bangladesh.
Brings up the 50 in style by exciting the crowd. Launched up the runway. It's flown off like a rocket for a rocket six into the stands. So eye-catching when he plays that shot.
counter-attack, and then some responsibility taken by nudging it for a single. 10 runs, good one for Bangladesh, 55 for 2. Oh, that's a peach of a delivery from Pierre. Yeah, the pace is what is commendable, not trying to bowl too quickly, looking to get that away spin from the right-handed side. I like the way he's operated so far into his second over. He's varied both his pace and his length quite well. Little discussion there from the umpire as to where he's finishing, but he's wrong the wicket, looking to give it a rip. He punched for a single. Saif Hassan celebrated his 27th birthday yesterday, make it memorable by scoring much more and gifting his side a respectable total on the board. Sandeep, also a player who's been in very good form and took responsibility after the second T20I, felt that he should have stayed, took the team over the line. In the slot, catching is the call, he's hit it straight, 2 straight, 1 bounce, second bounce, over the boundary for Nexus Pay 4. Yeah, you were just asking about matchups. This one here is a favorable matchup for the batter. Left unorthodox coming into him, maybe a little bit too full and wide from Gary Pierre, so allows him to swing the arm nicely. He gets it straight enough to beat Rock but foul down in the deep. After the next couple deliveries, it will be an opportunity to reset with the drinks break. Shot! Brilliant from Dante Tamim, lands in the stands. It's a biggie. It's a rocket 6. Yeah, they needed desperately an over like this. 11 from it so far, 1 delivery remaining. I mentioned the impending water break. You've done well in the over. How do you play that final delivery? Do you keep going? Sometimes as a batter, that momentum comes in and it's difficult to reel it in. 4 rocket 6s so far. Needs to finish well, does Pierre. Slot and straight. Long off will cut it off. The 12 runs of the 10th. You pardon? 67 for 2 Bangladesh.
The Dutch Bangla Banker T20 International, Bangladesh skipper winning the toss, deciding to bat, but hasn't really worked out the manner he'd have liked. Lost a couple of wickets, including the captain, but now some recovery from despair. Right, Bangladesh has got a lot of lovely places to go and visit, and one of them are the Bandaban.
In this land, mornings are woven with the song of nature, a serenity that touches the soul. In the clouds, unique cuisine tells emotional stories. Faces offer friendly warmth. This is where hospitality is beyond words.
Scenic beauty in the Bandaban, and that's impressive bowling by the West Indies today. They've mixed it with the pace and spin to start off with, been quite parsimonious, and a couple of important wickets halfway through. They've managed to restrict Bangladesh to 67 for 2. Very good evening, Fawaz Maroof.
Evening Shamim, evening everyone. Tanzil and Tamim have been in super form. Some of the sixers have been magnificent. Akil Hossain, shot, again, Kerry Perry. As soon as the ball reaches the eye level or the length shot, he has been superb. Striking the ball for a guy who's not so big physically, he tonks the ball and he hits a long ball. Certainly carrying on the good form, 60